Welcome to recommeNDation.sg. Today we're going to bring you to a place and something which you might have seen on road and if you are near Suntec City. And that is another end, the Ducktours. Right now I'm going to bring you on board this duck tour. And this duck tour is actually a warcraft which has been used in the Vietnamese War as well as the Second World War. And then we will bring you to the marina side to take a look on what this tour is all about. And on board the trip, I think you're about to learn something very, very new. Let's go!
Just relax, take in the sights and sounds of Singapore, and I'll just start to distribute some mineral water. And if there is any questions, you can always approach me. And for those of you who want me to take a picture for you and your family, you can always ask me. Alright, thank you.
Right now, we are actually in the sea at Kallang River and we are heading towards Marina. And over there, you actually will see some of Singapore's greatest buildings around.
The journey, fun and excitement on land and sea. Fun and excitement on land and sea. As we waddle to the left and we waddle to
The three tallest buildings in Singapore, they're all located over here at the financial district area. 3 airports and 1 private airport. It will just take us less than 14 minutes. Now this is how small Singapore is. If not, it will take slightly more than that. Now we have a population of about the height of the microphone, alright? But some of them, they say it looks like a pineapple, some say it looks like a porcupine, and there are so many other nicknames for this esplanade. But whatever it is, for the local Singaporeans, it just turned out to look more like durian fruit. Big seed, that's a fruit. There's some people that really love the taste and smell of the fruit. Like for me, it's my favorite fruit. But for some, they simply hate the smell of it. And after smelling it, I don't think they will want to try it. Now there was a guest who bought just a few months back. He told me it was like eating any of the fruit stalls and he can get lots of these fruits. And because of the strong smell of it, it is not allowed in shopping malls, hotels, or public transports. And why didn't all of you, before you move your attention to the mole lion in front, if you want to just take a look over there, can you see a beautiful colonial building with the green dome on top? Yeah? Now that is our old Supreme Court of Singapore. And next to our old Supreme Court, I'm also sure you can see a very big building which looks like a pond. But no, that is our new Supreme Court of Singapore. Okay? And the part which looks like a spaceship, well, that is where we have the High Court of Appeal. And they also have a viewing area right on top as well. And here we are, everyone, just right in front of this mole lion, and this is our Singapore's tourism icon, the mole lion, Pura. Now, Singapura means Lion City in Sanskrit language, but we modified the name to Singapore now. So this is how Singapore got a hospital, right? But now it is a 5-star Fullerton hotel. And good news for those of you who enjoy eating chocolates, because this is where they have a chocolate buffet during the weekends. So we're going to be in Singapore till then. Well, there are about 7,193 spikes. They are all designed in a...
Sorry?
Hayden.
Is
Yeah.
it first time in Singapore?
Yeah.
How do you find Singapore so far?
Expensive.
Expensive?
Yeah.
It's more expensive than Australia?
Oh yeah.
So you're from Australia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you find this duck tour?
The duck tour. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Do you see such things in Australia?
Yeah.
You do have this in Australia?
Yeah. We have tours and that. No, we don't have a duck tour.
So what's something about this tour you recommend to your friends?
That you can see the whole of Singapore, I suppose. Without
okay.
having
You
to
mean you
travel
have
around?
idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
No worries.
Yeah, as if you want to carry. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Right, after being onto a tour, I think you guys must be very interested on what is this duck tours about and probably the crew behind this duck tour. And right now, I'll introduce you the person behind the tour, the one who gives the commentary. What's your name?
Pamare.
Okay, Pamari. Okay, tell us how long have you been the. What's your job about?
Okay, my job is to be a guide, it's like a tour guide. To be a tour guide in Singapore, especially for this Singapore Ducktours.
Okay.
And I've been working here for about 2 years.
2 years. That's
So I'm
as long
really
as your
enjoying my
national
job.
service, man. Okay then.
So I'm really enjoying my job.
Okay, so do you need like certain courses before you actually can take on this job?
Well, actually, not necessary.
Not necessary.
You just need to have a passion for this country
Need to have the passion for the country.
and
Okay.
also to meet people every day.
Yeah, I think you actually take on a few tours every day, right? So
Yes.
generally, okay, on the weekdays, how many tours do you take? And on weekends, how many tours do you take?
On the weekdays, it can be about 4 to 5 tours.
4 to 5 tours.
Weekends can be about 6 to about 7 tours.
6 to 7 tours. Okay.
Or maybe more, depending on the tours.
Okay, so up to now, have you met any like very interesting story?
Oh yes, I've met a lot of interesting people from different parts of the world.
Okay.
It's been a very good experience for me.
So what's the most interesting encounter you have with us? I mean, with the duck tour tourists, is there like some malfunction halfway, then people get uptight, that kind of thing?
No, I've never experienced that before.
Okay.
They usually enjoy my tour.
Okay.
So
Is there any
every tour is a very interesting tour for me.
any special encounter you remember?
There was a guest on board just a few months back. He used to collect walking sticks.
Walking sticks, okay.
So he told me where to get walking sticks in Singapore. So I told him go down to the Thieves Market,
Okay.
and he bought a beautiful wooden walking stick, and that will actually make the 300 walking stick he has.
300 walking
Yeah.
sticks by coming to Singapore. That means he
Yeah.
actually is a foreigner and comes to Singapore
Yes,
and collects
that's
walking
right.
sticks. I see. Okay, right now people know this thing and know it has existed. So since when this vehicle has been on Singapore roads?
Well, the duck tour started about 4 years back,
Okay.
and we only had 2 ducks during the time.
2 ducks. That's 2.
And after that, we came up with 2 hippo buses.
Hippo buses.
Alright.
Okay.
And then we came up with another 2 hippo bus.
So
and
that makes a total of 4.
yes, and
and
then
2
came
ducks.
this new duck, Darlene.
Darlene.
Is about a few months old.
So how many ducks are there all together?
There are about 3 ducks.
3 ducks. So on the weekend, all ducks actually go out.
During the weekends when it's very, very busy, yes.
Okay. So I understand that this thing moves on land, and after that it goes on to the sea. Okay, and see there's a big whale
Yeah.
which actually goes on land. So in sea, how does this whole thing
Well, they
propel?
actually use a propeller. You want me to show you?
Yeah, come on.
If you want to just look over here,
Okay, over here.
there's a huge propeller at the back. So when it's in the water, it will be used. And
So
when
this
it's
thing
in the
actually will
water-
propel,
yeah,
and this thing actually goes and control the direction, left and right,
that's right. That's right.
I see. Okay, come on. Alright, last but not least, I think there must be something which keeps you on the job for 2 years. And what's one thing which keeps you on the job for 2 years and looking forward to many good years?
For the passion for the job actually keeps me working here for this long, about
Okay.
2 years. And I wish to pursue my career over here as well as a
Career.
Yeah.
So one day I'll see you here as the tour guide, and one day probably you will be the tour director.
Maybe, who knows?
Alright, thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Alright, that's all for this series of recommeNDation.sg. I'll see you next week again. See ya.